Coach, are there like challenges? I talked to Norm, asked him about challenges of having 3-4 days off in between games. It's kind of a weird schedule the last 10 days.
It's a different rhythm, Jay. It's totally different rhythm, and I think we have to get used to it. You know, again, it's great for practice to get to work on things, timing, get back to the fundamentals, but at the same time, you don't want to wear guys out and, you know, almost spend the day like a game or use as much energy. And so we're going to do a good job of trying to work to schedule it where we get things done, get things in, but at the same time maintain an energy level, which the schedule is meant to be. So we understand that, and we're trying to work with that schedule, but it's different. You're exactly right, and it's not only us; it's every team in the league is getting used to the multiple days. That's unusual at this time of year.
What would you work on today?
If I told you, I have to shoot you.
I mean, can it get monotonous, or do you have to?
No, that's why we try to keep it fresh. We change it up. We try to do. Today we did a segment of film session, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what we worked on, but we went on the court, and then we flipped groups. We had different groups, so we did it in groups today, just to change it up to keep it fresh, where it wouldn't be monotonous, Zach. And that's the thing you want to work against is, you know, to work against monotony or get stale or whatever in those situations, and because you do have so much time off.
Why do you think Norm's working maybe a bit better in the second unit than he was as a starter?
Well, one is, I think Doug asked it, was, you know, you do have, you know, some dynamic players on that group with him. And the other is the fact that he did work with that group all summer long. Those guys worked out together, they trained together in LA, so he has a great feel for that group. They practically lived together this summer, so that was huge for him. The familiarity of those guys working together, playing together, is much better, I would say, than playing with the first group. But Norm I have no problem playing him with Kyle and DeMar, but he just is not a dynamic. He's not the number one option, number two option, and again, even with the second unit, there's no options. It's everybody's an equal opportunity. So, but it is a good fit. He's got a good rhythm with that group. He you know, and again, as long as Norm stays within himself, not to try to do too much, you know, he can fit with either group.
When he went down with the hip injury, obviously the lineup had to change. Do you think with Dwane going out, like, you sort of needed that extra bit of creativity off the bench? Like, he's a bit more of a ball handler, obviously, than OG.
Yeah, that could be it too. I think that's a combination of the two, but I just think he fits with either group because of his unique ability to attack, his unique ability to shoot the three. If he's with the first group, he's probably going to be more of a spot-up shooter. Then he can mix in his attacks, but you know, so he has unique ability that he can fit in with either group.
The other night you talked about Fred and how you just trust him. Mm-hmm. Is it because he doesn't try to do too much?
No question, Doug. You know, and plus he's a coach on the floor. I know what he knows, and he also knows what he doesn't know, and he doesn't try to do what he can't do, and you trust that. And he understands the offense inside and out. He goes and talks to the other players, even the starters, whether it's Kyle or DeMar, he'll talk to them about what's going on and what he sees or suggestions. So with that information and that knowledge, and, you know, he's an old head, old soul, so you have trust in him. And he gets in trouble a few times, gets in there too deep, but again, he's the first one to know it, and he doesn't, you know, make the same mistake twice. But he has a veteran IQ for the NBA, and even though he's only been in the league 2 years.
He also seems very self-aware. Like you say, he knows what he doesn't know.
Yeah, right.
And is willing to ask and not do that.
No question. And he will ask. If he doesn't know, he doesn't hesitate to ask, and that's what you trust about him. And again, the most important thing, his teammates trust him. The older players trust him. Kyle trusts him. DeMar trusts him. JV, those other guys, they understand that he's a steadying effect. I got upset with him the other night is because at the end of the game, you know, DeMar was handling the ball, and that's why he's in there, that third guard in there to handle the ball more. So he's got to go out there and get it, put those other guys into place, and that's very difficult to do too for a young player, to tell a veteran where to go, what to do, give me the ball, And but that's what he does. Delon is gaining that personality, and Fred has it. He just had a couple of incidents the other night. He didn't do it, and that's, those are important possessions down at the stretch of the game.
Norm was talking about the bench and just the bench success. He was saying he thinks some of it is the ball movement, but also how well and familiar they are with each other on both ends of the floor. For you, what do you think has made the second unit so successful?
Well, again,
they
they know each other. They have they get along with each other. They practically live with each other this summer. All those guys lived in L.A. Except Yak, but again, he's so smart, he fit right in. But those guys played a lot of basketball together over the Clippers facility, and pickup. They worked out together, lifted weights together, and a lot of it was out without coaches there. And so that's the camaraderie, and they've got a little pride and personality now. They have an identity, the second unit identity, and they're taking some pride in that, which is great to see.